Greetings! I'm Darvane and welcome back to Let's Play the Elder. Now, let's have a quick look at our map, because if you remember, we are on the second floor of this random dungeon. We just sort of found it out in the wilderness, because I wanted to show you just how huge, give you some idea of just how huge some actually is. Now at the moment we're kind of struggling to kind of heal basically, because we need to rest. And it seems every time we do rest, there are enemies nearby. At least they're orcs, so it's not too bad. So yes, we will. This is episode 12. We'll set up our save. We'll see me do that. Could be that one. I don't know. Kind of need to get back up to speed, but yeah. So, had some some people have mentioned issues with sound, mainly that the music can be quite loud, so please let me know how this is going on. I mean, I don't know if it's a mixture of feedback or the sound settings. I've turned down the sound. Short bow, that's a lot of bows. I wonder how many of them are magical. My inventory is full. Okay. Come over here. Don't know about those. Got a magical plate. The ones in blue are unidentified, so. Basically all of those bows. Okay, I've got a couple of potions out of it that I'm not much of a magic user, or any of a magic user as I'm a ranger. Useful but not useful. In a weird way. Because we want to go over here. I didn't want to encumber you, okay. I want to see if any of these are magical, that's what we're looking for. Don't think they are though. Don't think any of those. And the interesting thing is that in terms of armour, it's usually just plate mail and the plate leather armour that is actually enchanted. So, and it turns out that we can't actually wear plate armour. Therefore, the chance of us having any sort of magical armour is severely limited, but never mind. I mean, that's half the fun of this game. I mean, I've no idea how far down this dungeon goes. But basically, if we can succeed in getting to the bottom of this dungeon, then we stand a fairly good chance. Because we were in the middle of another dungeon, weren't we? We were given a quest of some of sorts. Whoa! Stop. No, I don't think so. So, let's see a mage. Yeah, let's have a look where we are. I think we're in... Yeah, we haven't gone that far. We're in this room here. It's classic trying to get around it. Not entirely sure about the state of the wall in there, but we could do some more resting. Enemies nearby are great. Ah, they were ghouls. Don't want that one. Out of nowhere, we were mugged. And we've had to come all the way back in. Really? Oh no, we are in here. Just forgot all the enemies for dead bodies look the same. See, there clearly weren't wearing those. I mean, at the moment, can be a bit repetitive at this point, because you've pretty much seen most of the gameplay-ish right now. Yeah, you've seen most of it. A rogue. Can't camp, there are enemies nearby, where? Let's try the other corner then. Might make a difference. Because it's done on a proximity thing, and apparently walls aren't. But we just rested. Chain, katana. I wonder if we can. Yeah, we've got one of those out there. See a spell sword. But that'll be enough. I mean, I don't think this is not a game for the completist. Simply because you can never really complete the game at all. You could do the main quest, obviously, but in terms of completing and exploring everywhere, not a chance. Never gonna happen. Ooh, at the edge of the wall here. Simply because it's so big. So massively huge that you cannot physically explore everything. It's just not possible. It would you could spend years and years and years covering every square inch of what's procedurally generated, because it is basically procedurally generated, and you still wouldn't get to the bottom of it. I mean, obviously the main quest stuff is pre-generated, so it's like, well, you can go from one dungeon to the other. Really? Monitor over there. No, yeah, don't know. Inventory is full, okay. There we go, we got experience. Yeah, we can keep getting, basically got you. We can wear plate, okay. That's even better, my mistake. I'm sitting there looking like, I can't wear plate, and I'm wearing it. So I must be able to wear plate, that's good. So we should be able to get some magic armour too then. Yes we do. We've got a couple of plate helms. I mean, we've got the iron helm. Because fortunately you can't tell what's magical once you've identified it. Unfortunately. Some of these. There we go. Oh, we've got plate boots. We will wear those then. So notice the difference there. The lower the number, the penalty that's applied to enemies when they hit you. And basically, so yes, that's good. Basically, we're looking at having plate. If we can get to plate as quickly as possible, it should be good. Not that protected, but hey. I mean, some games, I think this is one of the few games that didn't actually have an autosave. But then autosave wasn't actually very common back in the days when this was done. We get to move on from here, I think. And you just kind of get the save and reload spam bit round here, simply because death is a death. There was some, I mean, by Daggerfall, failing a mission isn't instant death. Failing a quest was never instant death, and if you had a setback, you could have fun reclaiming your status, as it were. But when it comes to death, it's still generally death, and if you're going to die, you know, you're going to end up reloading. It's that simple. not really much you can do about it because the alternative is starting over. Oh, yeah, that's not going to help. Ghouls. Well, diseased. So dangerous. Can't remember what that does. So I'm not really going to save that there. I mean, it might wear off in time. It might rest and die horribly. You know? Lizard man. Pile of loot. What you got? Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, I've got no idea how far down this goes. I think this dungeon will stay here. What the? Oh yes. I believe this is a trench. But I'm not going to risk throwing myself down there. I think we can. It's basically without water. But some of them are. I don't know, I think some of them might be bottomless, so. Well, that looks suspicious there. Fill in this area. I mean, I can say with relatively certainly that there weren't any such thing as uncompletable dungeons, but sometimes you would have to have magic, even if you weren't a spellcaster, and that would mean finding the right magic items. But for now, I mean, they're probably potions of healing, you know. But years and years of experience with, well, with D&D basically says, don't trust anything. Do you know what they are? You don't use it. No. And it's clearly games like this that made the idea of having town portals this is a cool. Yeah. Really? Good, but like I said, I still really don't want to throw myself down there. you know what, might for science this a bit. I'm not going to put it under my save. Disease. We'll put it under another one right there. Whoa. Spider. I don't want to see it. Can we? How many is nearby? Okay. Doesn't seem to be having an issue with resting and dying. So I'm not entirely sure what the disease is doing, but I will take it. Not, you know, probably find out some later, because we can always go back and to a pre-disease state, basically. The problem is that, I mean, some of these dungeons, because you don't know what random encounters you're going to get. I mean, you could, and it's not really much point in playing until you don't get a goo, for example. It seems silly. So, yes. And like I said, this is a random one as well, but even if I had any idea of what we would be expecting in some of these dungeons, every game's going to be different. So this dungeon will be different for you, if indeed this is the dungeon that you go into, because the overworld map will be different. I think the only thing that would be the same would be the towns, because in this game each town is like its own little map. So the town's replaced, but the places within the towns weren't, and then the places outside the towns weren't set either. So well, I suppose with some dedication you could consider exploring, if you really wanted that sort of dedication. You were playing it all the time. But yeah, when you look at these sort of things here, those sort of usually are where they would put stairs. So I think this may actually be the bottom level, you could say such a thing. And at least the map is sort of grid based on this one, so it's not too bad, and it does have a finite area as well, as you can tell by the big bounding squares. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, we're coming up to. Yeah, we'll take that over there. Come up to 26 minutes past for this episode. Do let me know how you're finding it, whether, you know, is it quiet, is it loud, is it interesting? I tend to record these in batches. I like to, if I'm having a recording session, I like to get at least 4, and that sort of dictates. I mean, I'm not doing at the moment. Not doing it. It's just coming up. It's coming up to Christmas, so. You know, it's a bit. Yeah. A bit hectic, but yeah, never mind. Wow, nice solid hit there. Might as well. See how much we can get like that. That'll do. It's mostly just a top up. I mean, yeah, it's always the same, and it's the same in tabletop games as well. Until they start getting to the point that, or if you don't have healing magic, so you find you go down to dungeons and you're actually spending months, days, and years. So, I mean, if you've got a quick natural healing rate, you don't need as many potions and power ups and stuff like that. I've been playing, Let's Play Elder Scrolls Arena. And until next time, if you like what you see here, be sure to like and subscribe, share and comment. And until next time, goodbye.